Well, hello, Bob Dendry here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We are here today in the game playing as Dendry Transportation Systems. As always, hope you enjoyed the mini builds of our motorway. We'll be checking out how that one's working out a little bit later on in this episode as well, so stick around for that. But today is all about returning to our lovely train network and our lovely public transportation network. So first of all, I want to check up on how our ICE train is going. And it is going quite well. It has a nice $1.6 million profit. And if we have a look at our stations, how many people do we have hanging around? So 57 at Norton, which is decent but not remarkable. Yeah, fairly low numbers at Cheltenham. A little bit higher at South Shields, but still nothing to write home about. Carterton, low passenger numbers. Bakewell, low passenger numbers again. And finally at Lyme Regis, yeah, fairly low numbers. So the line's doing fine. You know, we're making plenty of money there, but there's no need for us to increase our service levels at this point, I think, because we're not filling up the train we've got right now anyway. In terms of our steel train, I just want to check up on that one and see how it's going. If we can find it. Is this it here? Yeah, so our steel train is making plenty of profit once again. And it looks like Norton Station is having more and more steel waiting as as we go. So I think there's a good amount of carriages on there. I don't think we need to adjust it too much at this point. And finally at Carterton at our goods factory. What are things looking like there? So decent amount of goods. Carterton Goods is, it's breaking even. So we'll leave that one for the moment. Probably doesn't need too much work done on it at this point. Okay. So with those little checkups done, a couple of things we need to start off this episode doing, and that is replacing some old road vehicles and seeing if there's anything we can do to consolidate our strong performance on the rail space, potentially shifting some rolling stock around if we need to, or anything like that. Okay, so we have a number of electric and also diesel vehicles that need to be replaced. So let's have a look at those. So this is going back to our first sort of freight network we set up around Lyme Regis. And we actually haven't checked on that in a while. So now's as good a time as any to have a look. And it looks like our trains are running well. Our wood train isn't. So let's have a look at that in a sec. Steel train is fine. Ore train is fine. So you would have noticed we did unlock some new electric vehicles last week, and that's pretty much what we're going to be using for a lot of these. So the BR185 is a nice, it's a vehicle that you can do a lot of stuff with. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be completely getting rid of pretty much all these old ones and replacing them with nice new vehicles with nice new state cars. Our first vehicle changed over. It's looking nice. Okay, it's just dropped off its cargo, so we'll get it deleted as well. God damn, and these are very high capacity. Look at this. 480, and we're going to go with it. That's expensive as, but let's have a look and see how much we've got waiting at our coal mine. 146. Fair enough. And 150. Well, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to do it. We're just going to quickly pause so we can get this one replaced before it starts loading up. And it is all replaced. And our planks train here also needs to be replaced. But we don't have enough money for that, actually. I don't think, anyway. Alright, done. Replaced. Alright, I want to have a look at our Sittingbourne Milderhall fuel line, which has... yeah, is probably not actually profitable, to be honest, but it appears to be at the moment, so whatever. We will need to replace that one as well. So this will be running on unelectrified line, so we will need to use the Series 246. I want to see if we've still got these ones. Yeah, so they're 1450 kilowatts and 200 kilonewtons tractive effort. Series 246 is a little bit better, but not massively. So I think we can probably go with just one locomotive, but I want to just have a look and see what our like speeds are going to be looking like. And this is going to be a 240 meter long train. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So we'll just wait for cash to come in and we'll get that one replaced as well. And the money is here, so we will get that modified. Fantastic. And here it is, just waiting at the station and loading up with some fuel. So that is excellent. Alrighty, and for the second part of our build this week, we're going to work on our goods network. So if we go and have a look at our goods factory over here, you'll notice we've got a lot of plastic and not that much steel. So that indicates to me that we need to be feeding more steel into our steel mill, or feeding more raw materials into our steel mill, I should say, which, as you can see, is pretty much running out of materials as they're coming in. So we will need to add on another coal mine and another iron ore mine. So the iron ore mine is going to be nice and easy. It's right here. So we'll start off with that one, and then we'll need to go across the river to get some coal, but that shouldn't be too much more of an ask. So we'll start with a long 320 meter cargo terminus station. We're going to attach it pretty much straight on here. And basically what it's going to do, it's going to cross our road and connect pretty much straight onto our main line. Put a quick two-way signal on there once we have money. Okay, and that's all the work we need to do on the network to get this iron ore mine hooked up. We've got enough platforms at our steel mill, and we have all the other connections required. So second part we need to work on is the coal mine. And as you can see, we've got 3 coal mines fairly close to our river here. And I think probably the simplest one is just this one right here. So it'll be a fairly straight sort of cross of the river, and once again, it's going to be fairly easy just to join that one into our existing network. I genuinely just forgot how to rotate objects for a surprising amount of time there. Okay, our infrastructure's built. Very, very simple little addition to the network there. So I'm going to get set up with some lines, and then hopefully we should have enough funds available to get trains pretty much straight onto this line. Okay, so our lines are all set up now. We probably don't have quite enough funds available to build the trains that we need to build, but we're going to get started and just wait for some cash to come in there. And by not enough funds, nowhere near enough funds. In fact, what I'm going to do, I actually am going to take out a loan, because otherwise we're going to be sitting here all day waiting for money to come in. Alright, so that should be almost enough for us to purchase the 2 engines we're looking to purchase, and then we can go and repay that debt later once we have the funds available. Alrighty, and they say you've got to spend money to make money, and hopefully we'll be making a hell of a lot of money, because we have just spent almost $129 million getting these 2 trains purchased and set up to run for our new iron ore and coal mines. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed this pays off for us, and I suspect it probably will. But we've got those 2 trains purchased and on a line. We're immediately in debit, almost $10 million so, but I'm not too worried. I think we will do quite well with these 2 trains, and hopefully we should be able to start getting our debt paid off in pretty much no time. Okay, one thing left I would like to do this episode, and that is to build a second station here at Huddersfield. So we've not been back to Huddersfield to do work for a while, and as we can see, it is a burgeoning little town. It has, you know, a nice public transport network, which probably needs to be expanded a little bit, but because it's actually grown so much, and especially sort of along the axis of our rail line, we have a really good opportunity to, as autosave just chucks me across the map a little bit, to build a new station sort of out in this area here. We are absolutely going to take up that opportunity, because once again, we are all about helping the citizens of Huddersfield. They are the reason we started our company. So we'll get in a nice suburban rail station for them to use. So we're going to quickly chuck on pause, as this will be, you know, breaking a few lines. And we're going to get deleting. So we're going to get a nice, reasonably basic, 160 meter long train station, and we're going to push it probably pretty much right up against this road here, so we can get, you know, as many residents covered by it as we can. So that is there. It's interesting, right up against a hill, so we will need to do a bit of work to make it work. But I'm confident this will be a really, really good project for our people here in Huddersfield. And we have too much slope. I'm okay with that. Not too much slope now, is it? Okay, we're going to build a quick scissor sort of crossover here. And I want to see if we can get a little bridge over the rail here as well. I think that will be nice and easy, hopefully. And that should allow us to, I guess, maintain the connectivity that we would have otherwise lost if we had to get rid of that. So we're not quite at bridge level. So I just want to raise up the road a little bit further. But I think this should be bridge height for us. And it absolutely is. It's a nice simple bridge. Question is, can we get it down to our road? I think we should be able to. Too much slope. As always, that's okay. I have a plan, believe it or not. And the plan is to build something absolutely shithouse, apparently. I'm actually surprised that's actually, I'm not. Never mind. Fixed. Okay. And next, we just need to finish up reconnecting our main line here. I don't know why construction isn't possible. It seems perfectly possible to me. But sometimes, you know, you need to just swap the line to run like that. You just need to use the other line instead. Okay, and we can run again. Just fix up some quick signals here as we do. And that is all sorted. So what we're going to do, we're going to run the suburban line through this station, but not our main line. So main line is going to be sort of a bit of a quicker, more express, more direct route, and our suburban will stop at all stations. Perfect. I don't know how many passengers we're even going to get here, but I think it was a good opportunity, at least to plan a little bit for the future anyway. Now, with that built, we've been playing for quite a bit today. Hopefully the episode isn't too long. I think it's not going to be too bad because we have skipped a fair bit. But we have done a lot of work on our goods supply chain, which hopefully will sort of even out the amount of goods we have waiting. Hasn't quite caught up yet, but I think we're well on the way to doing that. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please let me know in the comments, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. I'm going to leave you today with a little bit of a ride along from our coal line, so we're going to jump into that now. And until the next video, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.